Once upon a time, there was 3 aliens who came down to Earth to complete a chemistry assignment. They chose Las Vegas because they have the atomic testing museum. So they got secret identities: Lynda, Maria, and Shasha.
They apparently have no last names. Focus, you guys.
They heard that the testing museum had an exhibition on aliens and they wanted to check that out too.
In 1951, the first nuclear testing was conducted at Nevada test site. After that, in 1998, the National Atomic Testing Museum was founded. It has a collection of more than 12,000 unique artifacts and different exhibits.
So Lynda, Maria, and Shasha went into the museum, and the first exhibit that they remember was the little boy and fat man.
In August 1945, the United States had only 2 atomic bombs, each having a different design. They were named Little Boy and Fat Man. Only one of those bombs had been tested. In order to end the war in Japan with the lowest number of casualties, Little Boy was detonated over Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. Little Boy was an untested uranium bomb. Japan did not surrender, so a second bomb, Fat Man, was detonated over Nagasaki 3 days later, with devastating results. Japan surrendered 5 days later.
After that, they came across the exhibit called America's Biggest Hydrogen Bomb Test.
Bravo is the name of America's largest fusion bomb. It was detonated on the surface at Bikini Atoll on February 28, 1954. Bravo exploded forcefully at 15 megatons, so huge that it created a fireball 3.6 miles wide and a 240 feet deep crater that was 6,000 feet across.
After that, they came across the exhibit called America's Biggest Hydrogen Bomb Test.
Bravo is the name of America's largest fusion bomb. It was detonated on the surface at Bikini Atoll on February 28, 1954. Bravo exploded forcefully at 15 megatons, so huge that it created a fireball 3.6 miles wide and a 240 feet deep crater that was 6,000 feet across.
Then they came across an exhibit that impressed them very much. It was the America's Biggest Atomic Bomb Test.
America's biggest fission bomb, named King. It was detonated on November 15, 1952, in the air at 1,480 feet above Inuitak Atoll. The explosion had a force of 500 kilotons, creating a fireball 0.75 miles wide.
They also came across the first thermonuclear explosion.
The first thermonuclear explosion, codenamed Mike, was detonated at Elugelab Island. The blast was 10.4 megatons and it lifted 80 million tons of soil into the air, completely removing the island it was on and replacing it with an underwater crater. The tremendous force created a mushroom hit of debris over 100 miles. It was one of the scariest test explosions observed.
Finally, they were able to visit Area 51, where they found out that glyphs and hieroglyphs are a form of math and data representations. They are thought to be a language of aliens. The Drake equation is used to estimate the number of detectable extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy. George Knapp is Nevada's best-known investigative reporter. His passion and belief of existence of aliens and Area 51 has led to an investigatory series about UFOs and Area 51. They were selected by United Press International. Did you know that in case an alien visits, the United Nations are formulating an official document for that occasion? It basically says to take the alien to your leader.
Hi! Okay, so in this video, what we want to do is just give our opinions about the testing museum. And Maria, you're starting.
I personally like the museum. I think it was worth it. I learned a lot. And I especially liked Area 51.
I thought that it was interesting, yet it needed more hands-on type of thing. I am a very touchy person, so I like to do it myself and see how it's done and stuff like that, instead of just reading it and going through it. Not even watching videos. I'm not a big fan of just learning by that. But other than that, it was really informative. It had a lot of information. We learned a lot. But the hands-on, one of the activities was down, and that's the one that we were kind of looking forward to. The other activities were interesting, but it was just videos, so I was just oh, okay.
I agree with Linda. I felt like it wasn't really worth $17. We had to pay $7 more for the Area 51 exhibit, which I thought was gonna be pretty cool. But it was slightly disappointing because I didn't really learn much from it. Like on TV, like the Travel and Discovery Channel, you could probably, the Discovery channels, you could probably like learn more from their programs than the one that they offer at the museum. So I don't know. I felt like I personally really expected a lot more from the Area 51 exhibition. In the general exhibition, I thought that I learned a lot about like the lives involved, and the people involved, and how they got to, how it was created. But I think it could be more fun with more interactive exhibitions and less like words and just walking, but more like hands-on experiments.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed our video. We'll see you hopefully around. We'll miss you. You were a really great teacher.
Yes,
and we really
miss
liked
you.
you.
Yes,
I hope you like our bloopers because they'll go on afterwards apparently. Have a great Christmas break.
Yes. New Year. Have a great life. Till I see you again.
Oh my
Probably
gosh,
never.
it's horrible.
Really? No.
Blooper time! Hi! Okay, well, in this video, we want to just really quick give our opinion.
The phone!
I totally blame Antonio.
Okay, so now it's our turn to express what we felt through the Okay, so now we're gonna give our thoughts on what we went through at the museum, and I guess Maria, you start because
I like the museum. I think it was worth it, and I loved Area 51, which is secret, so I can't say anything.
and then I personally didn't think it was as exciting as I thought it would be. Because maybe one of the activities, since it wasn't working, that would have made it a little bit more worth it. But it was more like walking and just like reading what was going on. I expected more hands-on type of thing instead of just like watching it and reading it. But I mean, other than that, it was really informative. I like that they had like everything expressed there and all the stuff that they had. It was just very informative and stuff. But I wanted it more hands-on. Like maybe that's just me.
I agree with Linda. I thought that it wasn't really worth the money. It was like $11 for general admission and $7 for the Area 51 special featured exhibition. But I didn't think like the Area 51 had anything to tell, anything new that they really had to share that I couldn't already find out myself online or like through Discovery Channel shows like UFO Hunters and stuff like that. I thought that they needed more interactive exhibitions in the museum in general. Like we were looking forward to the underground system museum, the interactive one, but that was down unfortunately, and that was the only one that was interactive here. So I feel like they need to put more interactive exhibitions in there, and just not so much like just reading and walking like Linda said. But I did learn a lot more about the atomic music, about the creation of the atoms and the people, like the lives involved. So that was pretty cool.
Alright, well, we hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next class maybe?
No, everything. We like you, Professor.
You're really awesome, and I hope we'll see you around. Bye!
Explosion, codename Mike, was detonated at Eligribalub.
In Equatec.
The Drake equation is an equation used to estimate numbers of detectable. Finally, they were